Yo, what is up guys, it's Pedro here. In today's video, I'll be talking about the possibility of the Washington Commanders cutting Marshon Lattimore. It's been thrown out there. I personally don't think they should do it, nor do I think they will do it. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and that notification bell as well. Those three things help out a ton. They're free. Let's get right into the video, no BS. So appreciate hitting 15,000 subscribers. Appreciate every one of you guys who have been watching for a minute. We'll be doing a giveaway. Let me know what you guys are looking for in the comment section below. So Ian Rappaport, he didn't necessarily report this, but he did put out a tweet, and I'll go to it right now. He said, "A look at some potential notable cuts prior to 2025 NFL free agency." He did not write this article, but I would say him tweeting it is somewhat significant. But again, I think for the most part, it's just, him trying to, promote his network's content. And that's what he's doing. But, they did have Lattimore on here, which, they said he's a 4-time Pro Bowl cornerback. He's missed time with injuries. Talked about that, Commanders traded him. 29.6 coverage grade from PFF in the postseason. And yeah, what they're saying isn't necessarily wrong. He didn't have a great season with the Commanders. Has had some injuries, stuff like that. He doesn't have any guaranteed money. So the Commanders would save $18 million in cap space if they moved on from him. So they could save a lot of money. I personally, though, would not do it. You traded for him. You gave up a 3rd-round pick and some other compensation. Now, that 3rd-round pick, ended up being pretty low because of the, how well the Commanders did. But still, you gave up a 3rd-round pick. I would say play it out for another year. When you traded for him, when the Commanders traded for him, he had the injury, came back and played well against the Saints. Then the next week played against the Eagles. It was up and down. It wasn't great, but he did have some good moments, and he did, have some PIs as well. And I believe he allowed a touchdown. But then also, got re-injured his hamstring in that game, and then after that, didn't play until the playoffs. And in that game against the Bucs was not good, and you could see that he was not healthy. And then the Lions game was a little bit better, and I just personally don't think he was healthy this year playing with the Commanders. So I think you got to see him, you see it out a little bit, see it through. That's what I was trying to say, for a little bit longer. Because, again, you did give up some draft compensation for him, and he still has some good football in the tank, in my opinion, and I think you should try to maximize it. So this is what, shout out to Josh Taylor, who was saying, Ian Rappaport isn't reporting that Marshon Lattimore could be cut. He simply just shared an NFL article that his colleague wrote. So just something to, look for when, Ian Rappaport is saying this kind of stuff, or when, people are saying Ian Rappaport tweeted this out. He did tweet out the article, but not necessarily that the Commanders are going to cut him, or that he thinks it's a possibility. He just retweeted the article, but this gives us a chance to talk about it. And like I said, I don't think the Washington Commanders should do it. I think Marshon Lattimore still has some good days ahead of him with the Commanders. 28 years old. I don't know why this is here. There we go. It's out. But yeah, he's 28 years old. I guess he'll be 29 during the 2025 season. But he like the tweet said, 4-time Pro Bowler, AP, All Pro and Defensive Rookie of the Year, AP All Defensive Rookie of the Year. So, very good career. He still has some years ahead of him. Just wasn't great football in 2024, and he's been dealing with some injuries. But I think, you got to give him another shot. Maybe you can try to restructure the deal, give him some guaranteed money, but then also lower that cap hit a little bit. If you're instead, if you feel like, all right, I want to run it back with Lattimore, then you can give him some guaranteed money. Whatever you want to give him, move that guaranteed number up, but maybe you can make that cap number a little bit lower by restructuring it and converting some to a signing bonus. I don't know. That's something to consider there, just to free up some cap space for this year, and not necessarily push that money back, because you don't want to, push that money back, 2-3 years and be stuck with Lattimore if he does indeed, fail and he isn't the same player he was in, 2017 to 2022 or 2021. I guess, the last couple of years he's been dealing with injuries. So that's the biggest thing with Lattimore is his health. So full off season in this defense, in the scheme, learning the scheme, better chemistry with the players and stuff like that, I think will help him. And the $18 million cap hit, though, is a lot, and none of it's guaranteed. So I think both sides want to maybe resolve it. And, Lattimore's not going to want to play with no guaranteed money. Not necessarily like it's, he has a lot of leverage, but, he's not going to want to play with no guaranteed money. And the Commanders probably want to lower that cap hit so they can be like, you know what, Lattimore, they could use it as leverage. Maybe they're not necessarily feeling like they want to cut him, but they could be like, you know what, Lattimore, we're going to cut you. Or do you want to maybe restructure the deal and we'll give you some guaranteed money? Because if they cut him, he gets no money, I believe. So he's going to have to sign somewhere else. So maybe you can move that number from 18 to like 13 and make that, fully guaranteed. And Lattimore gets 13 million fully guaranteed for this year. And see, if he does well, then you can bring him back after that. So I think that's, how they should play the whole situation. I believe he's a free agent after this coming season. It might be one more year. Let's go and look at that. But I think a compromise would be the best solution for both sides so that they can I guess he's under contract for 2026 as well, but the cap hit is a little bit higher in 2026, but percentage wise it's actually lower. So that's kind of what I think the Commanders should think about, is restructuring that deal a little bit, giving him some more guaranteed money and making that cap hit a little bit lower so that the Commanders can go ahead, maybe they can use that money to sign some other guys or just save money in general. I think that's a good option for the Commanders. I still believe in Lattimore. I think to cut him would be idiotic right now. Yeah, he didn't have a great season, but I don't think it was fair with, the injuries, and especially at the cornerback position when you have a hamstring injury and you're going up against these studs. It's hard. It's really, really hard to, be the same player you are with that hamstring injury when they need that speed, that agility, and obviously having a hamstring injury affects that greatly. And let's see what he does, like I said earlier, with a full off season of everything. And being healthy is the biggest thing, but then also getting used to the defense and stuff like that. And I still think he can be a good player for the Commanders, so I don't think they should cut him. Bring him back, restructure he's already back. He's going to be back, and restructure the deal. Some people mention traders. I've seen that, questions being asked. I don't really think a team's going to necessarily trade for him. I think, the options are either cut him, restructure, just keep him on the current deal. I don't see him getting cut, so I could see a restructure or keeping him on the current deal. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, stay till the end. Go ahead and comment down below Wes Martin. Just trying to think of some random players. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.